What is going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me, Lack of Lepers, aka SCPCRNP, aka a lot of other people. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Thanks for joining tonight. It's Monday, isn't it? Yeah. And so we are back to our typical sort of just kind of watch, some things and react to them, things that are in the containment fiction space. Hope y'all can hear me okay. I got this pea popper, because those peas, usually popping is a good thing. Things are popping. But the peas were popping a little too pippity, a little too much plosives going on there. So here we are. The show has started, so let me get that down. So tonight, I kind of wanted just to look at nothing too commitmental, nothing too dramatic, and just take a sort of variety style grab bag of smaller, more potpourri kind of stuff. So so we got some stuff going on that I got lined up here. We'll watch. I think it'll have plenty of time to flesh out, our usual hour or so. But before that, I do want to welcome you back. Last time we saw each other was Friday, and Friday night we did our first weekend collapsible, which I felt went pretty well. It ended up being about 2.5 hours, and I thought that was super long, and it kind of is. But we're really at the mercy of the wiki, of the SCP wiki, when it comes to that. So, if they post a lot, then we're just gonna have to roll with it. But I think 2.5 hours was consumable. I really do. This camera needs to stop trying so hard to autofocus. I'll tell you that much right now. All right. But anyways, so we did that, and then we did our first. And I'm actually gonna share the screen here too, just to kind of show you what's up. We did an actual video on the Config magazine channel, and it was sort of the highly condensed version of that. Like we compressed the 2.5 hour stream into a minute and a half. So might as well. And anyway, that's something we'll probably do every week. And if enough people like it, and I feel not embarrassed enough, I may live stream my attempts to get through all the articles, because this is a one take. There's no cuts here, by the way, in this video. Just whatever. So, I mean, it took me like 10 times, and I'm sure it's probably pretty funny, just for whoever. All right. Let me get into the actual stuff we're doing tonight. So, what's the first thing we're going to do? Well, one of the articles that I came across this last week that obviously we reviewed and that we included in our collapsible is this interesting piece, SCP-6705, which I think is a real good piece. I personally wouldn't give it an upvote, but I wouldn't give it a downvote either. So, but the things that I think did a really good job are some videos that are shown up here. So we're going to talk a little bit about these videos. We'll watch them together, and then we've got a couple of these from this article, and then we'll kind of use that as sort of like a breadcrumb trail to get into some other stuff. Okay. Ooh. There we go. I should not be on Discord while I am trying to do this. Okay, so let's get right into it. I've been ranting long enough, and let's do it.
Are you suffering debilitating side effects from it?
Tell you what, let me actually hit this. This is the actual YouTube, channel here. And this was interesting to look at. It's unlisted, obviously. They want to keep that just sort of dedicated to the article, which is cool. I appreciate that. I think that's a nice touch. And this is actually the YouTube channel of Lord Stonefish, who is one of the authors of the article that we just saw. And I didn't know this, but this individual has a YouTube channel. So let's watch it this way. And this is actually Lord Stonefish acting here. Just keep that in mind.
Are you suffering debilitating side effects from an amnestic regimen? Are you able to give birth? Do you like...
So, first of all, I know this can be in better quality. Yeah, they did 1080, so that's pretty cool. And I love the scenery here. I'm assuming this is around where Lord Stonefish lives. I mean, maybe it's even his farm or his family's farm. I don't know. Anyway, this is Lord Stonefish, just for those of you who don't know. He's got a nice jacket on. Look at that ketchup jacket. I like that, actually. Looks good. Yeah. A little bit of wind. A little bit of wind in the mic, but what can you do?
Like milk? Hi. Chip Brakeman, Chief Content Officer for Moosephere Incorporated.
Chip Brakeman, by the way, is just such a absolutely good name for this character. I assume Lord Stonefish came up with this, but wow, what a good... It's exactly who would be a CCO for an incorporated entity.
Maker of fine thought and dream-based dairy products, milks, cheeses, yogurts, and ice creams.
I love the touch of the cow in the background. Mooing, just a nice touch. Just really sells it. It's just the small things that they might even be subliminal. You might not even know.
And for the winter season, eggnog. Speaking of...
It's such a good job, dude. It is such a good job. I love that. He gets right into it. I mean, first of all, we're kind of flirting with the Ron Burgundy, you know? Ever since Ron Burgundy came out, like everybody wants to be like Ron Burgundy. And so basically, you see him everywhere. You see him get into like everything has Ron Burgundy. And so you kind of get that just a little bit here, but it certainly is unique enough, I think. I just wanted to go back because I want you to see how good of a job it is, that the transition between like the actual commercialized pitch and the takeaway is just great. It's just great.
And ice creams. And for the winter season, eggnog. Speaking of the winter season,
the facial expression is so fucking good. It just switches so good, so good. All right, one sec. Damn, I should get off Discord. Sorry. That's a no-no. All right, let's go.
you might be wondering, what am I doing standing in the middle of this snowy pasture? Aren't the cows home for winter? Well, that's where you're wrong.
What? That's just funny shit, man. I just love it. Like if you're gonna do an absurdist, pataphysical pitch, corporate pitch, this is a good way to do it. Cows coming home for winter. What the fuck?
See, this isn't snow, it's milk.
That's fucked up. Man, that's how you get fucked up real quick.
Living in a milky wonderland, and that's why Moosephere Incorporated wants to hear from you. Simply sign up for our new research trial and earn fabulous prizes. Simply call 555-987-88.
What is this? That's interesting. It's like an area code, but it's not. I don't know. It just adds to the weirdness of it all. It's just so weird. It just does a good job.
That number again is 555-987-8810. That number again is call now and you will understand the glory of the universe. 10-7-8810.
Let's go back.
That number again is 555-987-8810. That number again is call.
Yeah, so it's so fun. Like, you catch a little sec after the number starts flashing. There's a break. There's a desynchronization between the audio and the video here. So they unpeg the audio from the video take and just start fucking with it a little bit. Obviously you got that sort of glitch, that glitch thing happened too, which is not easy to do. Just FYI, I think. I wonder what they're using. Maybe it's like Vegas or something. I don't know.
555-987-8810. That number again is call now and you will understand the glory of
I love the cut. That number again is, you don't get it.
The universe. That's not a lie. You'll understand the glory of the universe.
Yeah, so the article is about like a milk product that's kind of a psychotropic, and causes you to like trip balls and stuff, and a lot of other stuff. But yeah.
Because here at Moosephere Incorporated, we want to help move.
What's funny is that like you see all this snow and it's milk, but there's also a river right here, and it's running. You can actually see it sort of, you know, paddling down the way there. So I guess that's milk as well, isn't it?
That's right, not you. Move.
Okay. Got a good wink. Got to give him that. Got the wink down. Yeah, just great aesthetics. Even at the end there, I wish I could go back, but I can't. But even at the end there, like that table shot, I mean, it's so rustic. You know, I believe that was right on that farm. You know, I really do. So good job. That was the first one. The article actually had a second video, so we'll take a look at that next. And what's funny about this is that if you look at the count down here, the first video had 160, and so this video has 138, which is, you know, obviously you get a first, like, you know, you get a handful of like first click, like, oh, I didn't mean to go here, I guess. But I hope that there aren't, oh God, I have to do math on the fly. I hope there aren't 22 people who didn't see the second one for some reason. Definitely need to watch both. Okay, so here we see a river that looks like water, but it's only looking that way because you're tripping balls, because you took some of this milk.
Howdy, folks.
Again, great job with the disconnect there. Subtle disconnect. Almost would miss it.
I'm Keith Chipman, Chief Content Officer for Moosephere Incorporated, maker of fine dream and thought-based milk products. You know, when I was a boy, I grew up in a suburb, just like this one.
The fuck, man? This guy's high as balls.
Playing stickball in between the houses, riding bikes with all my friends. Of course, back then, I couldn't eat dairy products. I was lactose intolerant. Nowadays, I'm an adult, and I've seen the hardships in life. That's why the good people at Moosephere Incorporated have seen fit to cure my little problem. They've made it so I can enjoy the best things in the universe with no issues.
So it's those little, like, okay, so first of all, this video is a little longer than the first one, you know, so always a trade-off in viewability, I think, with that. But there's something about this video that, like, I would bet, let's put it that way, I'd bet like $50 that this video was basically ad-libbed. I think the first one may have had a more solidified script, and then maybe this one is a little more ad-libbed. I think they probably like listened to the video and then wrote the script backwards. I think I saw someone say that. I agree with that. But it's little moments like that that make me think that, like, where, like, listen.
So I can enjoy the best things in the universe with no issues.
It's sort of like there's a slower lilt to it, almost like it's processing, you know, in real time, like what's going to be said next. So it has this more like extemporaneous vibe to it. And I think for that reason alone, it's not as effective as the first one, which is like really punchy, you know. This one, you know, it kind of is not so sure of itself, which is good. I mean, that's in character, because by this point in the article, this Chip Kellyman, or whatever this guy's name is like totally different. He had like a religious experience with this milk. So, yeah, I mean, it's totally in character, but I have to wonder these things.
They understand about hardships, and that's why they want to reach out and help you. Moosephere Incorporated understand.
You see, the pauses are a little too pregnant. It's almost like the orientation has to reset. The improvisational mind is on display. Now, it's a really good improvisational mind. It really is. It's either improvisational or the script is being forgotten, kinda.
Understands that times are tough and that you are lacking
Lepers.
in the things in life that make you happy. Home and comfort, family. That's why our founder has returned to his hometown and opened a brand new Moosphere factory along the Euphrates River.
And that's where it gets just like cult creepy. As soon as he mentions the leader, that's when shit gets like, okay, this isn't just a commercial. This is fucked up.
He wants you to join in. Now, of course, if you don't live in the Middle East, that's no problem. All you have to do is call this number, 555.
There it is again.
987-8810.
Kudos, shout out to the Pataphysics Purple. It's good stuff. I like the shadow of the letters. Really pops. Good stuff. Flops is really, really good at CSS. I mean, holy shit. Yeah.
And you, too, can join in on the fun. Start making money now without leaving the comfort of your own bed. There's limited spots available, so I'd recommend signing up, and you too can enjoy the idea of milk. And that you back flowing milk from your mind, the idea of dairy.
I mean, it just happens so quick. It's almost like subliminal advertising. Like, it happens so quick, but it takes a damn amount of work to do that. I mean, that's not, God. I mean, the ratio of like input to output and that kind of stuff is just wild.
Now, as they say, worlds die in threes, but milk cartons
They do? They say that?
actually come in those funny little things of about 10 or 11. Funny how that works.
Yeah. What? Oh, fuck, man. This guy. Good actor, by the way. Just has a very solid sense of proprioception, I guess. A theatric proprioception. This guy just knows what he's doing on the camera. He's got a good sort of envision frame of what the camera is seeing. So good job.
Moosphere wants to hear from
Little cows in the background, like they're still there, hanging out.
you.
I think I see a cow in the background. Do y'all see this right here? That little brown smudge. I think it's moving.
Join in.
Is that just me?
Start re-enjoying the finer
No, I'm just tripping balls.
things in life. Take control of your destiny.
So I think they're using the camera mic, but the other shot was so far away. I would expect to see a lapel mic, honestly, and this is perfect for a lapel mic, by the way, what he's wearing, which I think is, oh no, I thought it was Lands End. Why do I give a shit about that? I don't know. I don't. Anyway, hey, what can you do about that? It's in a beautiful place. The scenery was totally worth it.
Moosphere Incorporated. Drink up.
And then, if you've ever done any acting, especially for film, actually exclusively for film, you know that anytime you have like a food or like a drink, you are going to absolutely hate that by the time you're done. Generally because you have to do it in so many takes. You have to just do it over. You have to eat the one scene where you're eating a nut. It's like that's the 100th nut, Planters ain't that good. So I wonder how many times this had to happen. I don't know. Like, I just think that he's doing such a good job. I think this was probably the first take, I would say. I mean, how many times can you do this, really? I mean, you got one shot. I mean, look, his clothes are pretty impeccable. I don't know if you saw. There's a little stain on the chest. It looks like it's white. So maybe they did this before once. I don't know. But, I mean, just with how dramatic this gets, you basically got one shot. All you need is one mic. All you need is one take. That's what you got, okay? It's going to be a freestyle. And here we are. So, I don't know. If you're grossed out by people drinking milk, then close your eyes. until I say it's okay to open them. I mean, pretty good job chucking the milk. I mean, he's getting. You can't drink that much milk at once and not vomit. But I mean, you know, that's some. He could probably take down a beer. You know what I'm saying? Pretty easily. Good job. Damn. Oh shit. Oh shit. Man, that's fucked up. I mean, look, it's like all over his jacket. His eyes are a little bloodshot. I mean, that was like a real cough, man. This guy sacrificed for this video. And this is the hardest fucking part. Holy shit. I mean, what the fuck, dude? You know, and either he's got the remote in his hand that you can't see, or someone else is helping him. I imagine this is himself. I would be surprised if somebody else was helping him, but that's pretty cool. But you know, you saw the zoom out there, so that wasn't post-production. Yeah, so I couldn't do this. You know, I would definitely get to this point and then just start laughing. Yeah, you see this? There's milk all over him, so there's a little one right here that looks like dried milk. So maybe this is second take, I don't know. But yeah, he just holds the fucking... That's hard to do, man. That looks easy, but it's not. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. Sorry. It was a tree. Looks like we got a what could be a le croissant right here. Nice Dutch oven there. What a quaint little home. I love these like push out windows. Don't know what you call those. I love milk, by the way. Milk and honey. Like maybe not together. Well, maybe together. I don't know. Is milk and honey good if you mix it? I don't know. It'd have to be, I don't know. Would it be hot? I guess you'd have to get it hot for the milk to dissolve, or for the honey to set in. I don't know. I mean, they call it the land of milk and honey. I mean, are they eating it together? Or is it just like a 2-course thing? I don't know. All right, so that was the second video. The cow is like, you know, so trippy. So it's also purple with inverted colors. So anyway, great job. Great job. Probably the best part of the article, just in my opinion. But I have a soft spot for acting. I have a soft spot for thespianship. And that's just one other thing that Lord Stonefish is good at that is surprising and that we can be, I guess, surprised by. And then really, from watching this, I noticed that he has a YouTube channel, so we're going to check that out together. Good amount of subscribers here. Those videos we just saw, of course, are unlisted, and the most recent ones are about 2 years ago. There is a 4012. Oh, 4012 is Lord Stonefish's magnum opus. It's what 3999 wants to be in a compositional maturity. But of course, if you're going to have that trade-off, you're going to sacrifice the mainstream appeal, and that's just is the way it is, and it's always been the way it is. So we're gonna watch a couple of these, probably not the whole things. This one's like a 5. This one's like maybe this one. I think this was in the video, right? Was this in the video? I know this ASMR by Dado was in the video because when this came out, I was like on the site. I remember like seeing this as it came out, and I was like watching it, and yeah, so intro. Let's just start with the intro to the channel. That seems like a nice place to start. Is that John C. Reilly? The guy who does, that's the guy who does Dr. Steve Brule.
Yes, this will do nicely. What to do? Let's see. No. Aha! Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What's going on here, guys?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I have my headphones on and not the speakers. My wife would be wondering what the hell I'm doing in here.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm bored of that. Let's see, what else is there? Let's search for something obscene.
Do we want to? Maybe I should start pre-screening like stuff.
Skip. Oh, ship. Oh. What's this? What is this? Oh.
Lord Stonefish has a message. This is 2018, so let's see. Y'all can't see this, but I'm gonna do a full screen here. Nothing really exciting is going on. The Doomsday contest had just ended, so featured GOI format is by the one, the only Shaggy Dreadlocks. So not too much going on there.
Oh, look! Wow! Would you look at that? Oh, wow! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, look at all that
Oh, now we got to do this thing. Hold on.
fat! Oh, wow!
Wait,
look at
wait
that.
for it.
Look
Wait.
at
Oh, there we go. The State Quick Tag version 2: How to Build with the New York Times Health Notes. That's basically it. That's not very exciting.
that. Oh, look at all that fat meta.
I don't know. You can make like a dumb reaction stream.
39.99 sucks. Tolerance bad. Loser.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I give it to him. I give it to him. Shit. I just jumped out of something I shouldn't have. All right. All right. So this is like 1 minute 36. Let's look at this. So if you haven't read 412, I don't think we got those videos he was talking about. Not unless he did like a cleanup, and this is all the remains. That happens sometimes. But so if you never read 4012, that's really good. It's really, really, really good. Yeah, I almost want to say that this is a case where the author's popularity, I think, actually worked against them, almost in a way, because it's like, oh, you were the guy who, had that like breakthrough article last contest. So when the 4K came around, it was kind of like people almost thought that like equity should apply. There should be some parity here, and so I think maybe that went into it. But there's a very interesting interview on the Config wiki with Lord Stonefish, and we didn't include the moments that it got really weird, really quick. Like he auto self-doxed himself when he realized he was talking to Harmony, like some sort of like, get behind me, Satan. Here's what you want. Be appeased. Take my purse and run. These material things don't matter to me, sort of thing. But we didn't include that. But the rest of the interview is profound. It is so good. So you should definitely check that out. So in that interview, he talks about 412 and how it's like, kind of like he thinks it's his better work. And I agree with him. It's not even close, actually, in my opinion, for a variety of reasons. But he's absolutely correct. It's way, way more compositionally mature. But hey, we understand. Hopefully those watching here understand. There's usually an inverse relationship with consumability and something like that, something like artistic, magnum opusing. That's a verb. So let's watch this. Rest in peace, headphone users. Come on. Yep, I remember this. Wow. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Is that the same frickin' guy? Well, no wonder, man. Like, when I saw this new video by Lord Stonefish, I was like, it doesn't look like Lord Stonefish. Like, just what... It's the whole frontman syndrome where, like, the frontman of the band doesn't look anything like what you thought. And now you have to kind of, like... It's like this awkward struggle. Like, oh, like, you look nothing like what I thought you should look like, which is totally unfair, but I can't get over it at the same time. I thought Lord Stonefish had, like, dark hair and was, like, I don't know, he looked really different. I guess this might be why. He kind of looks really different here. It looks like he might have black hair, but that's probably just I don't know. That's probably just me. Maybe that's not him. Maybe he got an actor. Who knows? Man, I miss Candles. Man, me and Candles used to be so tight.
What happened here?
Guess you had to watch the video. All right, let's move on. We've been hanging out with Lord Stonefish. So the next thing. This is a shorter one, so y'all might know about this SCP Sideshow. I have a Roku, and so I did get this Other Worlds TV. But I haven't been able to actually watch the Sideshow yet because I didn't know this, at the time, and I did know this past weekend, but it didn't make a difference. But they come on at like 8 a.m. on Sunday or something like that. So I mean, there's no way I'm gonna catch that. Like, there's no way in hell I can catch that. So we'll have to wait until it actually comes out, like on YouTube or something like that. But yeah, so I thought it would be interesting to go through this Twitter and just kind of see what we can see. This is a show by Twitter peripheral SCP community, slowly ingratiating herself into the inner community. Internet personality Jackrabbit, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is her wife. I think if episode 1 of Simply Creative People, the podcast, is to be believed. So let's just see what we got here. Here's a video. No, it's a poster. Here's a video. Let's watch it. Okay. So the note is a little sour, little on the flat side, but I love the layering of the vocals and how it meshes in the pans. It reminds me of Arca. If you don't know who Arca is a fantastic electronic artist, and this reminds me of that. Let's watch that one more time. And even the bass, the doont doont, kind of insinuates a time signature almost. Very Arca, very Arca. In fact, I think that exact melody is, God dang, that. Okay, this is getting really kind of trippy. This is kind of surreal because this sounds exactly like an Arca song, like almost exactly. And it's a damn good song. Am I going to get a copyright strike if I play this? If I play Arca? Anyway, so, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Would not be surprised if this was Arca fan. They kind of remind me of Arca. Okay, so the song is Intimate Flesh by Arca. Holy shit. Hold on. Just listen to this for a second, just to compare. See that? I mean, you got, obviously, it's incredibly, Arca's fucking light years ahead of anybody else. But yeah, so it's really the same exact melody. It's the same exact melody. A little trill at the end. I think it's the same note. Anyway, so if this isn't heavily inspired by Arca's Intimate Flesh, it's really, really coincidental and reminiscent of it. But that's okay, because it's fucking awesome. I wouldn't care either way. I mean, hey, that's amazing taste in music, so good job. And good mixing, honestly, on the sound here. We kind of got like a little scream that has some distortion on it or something. What does it say here? Something about manipulate the girls? Yeah, that's, what? Manipulate the girls. Are y'all seeing this? Can y'all see this? It says manipulate the girls, indoctrinate the boys. Oh, actually, the song is Play Destroy by Poppy. Play Destroy, Poppy. Poppy's taking some notes from Arca.
They were the
Oh well, I don't want to hear that.
biggest music.
Okay. Yeah, manipulate the girls, indoctrinate the boys. Does that strike anyone else as a little weird? That strikes me as a little weird. You have to kind of know Jack Rabbit, I guess. But at the same time, the more you know about her, the weirder this is because, how can I say this? She knows exactly how to get the attention of the demographic of SCP. Let's put it that way. So this is really weird to see. Okay. What else we got? Anything else? Anything else? A lot of cosplay stuff. Here's a video. Let's see what it says.
So you can live in the we will die in the night. So you can live in the light.
Yeah, there it is again. Manipulate the girls, indoctrinate the boys. I guess it has something to do with something. That's a MIDI piano for your ass.
Could I interest you in SCP all of the time? A bit of SCP all of the time.
It's pretty good singing.
Foundation's never evil, but oh boy, they told the line. Anything in SCP all of the time. Could I interest you in SCP all of the time? A little bit of SCP all of the time. The foundation
I'm getting serious Danny Elfman vibes in this one right now.
never evil, but oh boy, they told the line. Anything in SCP and anything in SCP and anything in SCP and all of the time.
I know what that sounds like.
That was pretty fucking good. I would applaud that. Let's do that again. That was good. Wow. Except for the whole manipulate the boys, indoctrinate the girls thing. All right, here's another one. One more. It says the signal is not lost, you are.
It's just us.
You enter an institution beyond the realm of imagination.
Wow, listen to the production of that voice. Wow. It's amazing. Really good, really good. Great mic, great mix.
beyond the mundanities of normalcy and into a universe of possibilities, a universe of myth, a universe of unreality. You're entering an
Shit. Yo, that's not cool. Okay, so first of all, RIP headphone users. I'm not gonna go back and play that again, but so that what you basically just heard was the audio equivalent of a jump scare, but it was if the jump scare. Okay, you ever go through? Let me back up. You ever go through a haunted house, right? Like one of those, there's like attraction haunted houses you go through, and you pay like just an inordinate amount of money to get in there, and you sign a waiver or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody's done this. And then you go through the, catacomb-like walkthrough that they have. And there's always like people who are like jump scaring you, and they're almost touching you, but they don't because they know, and you know, that if they do, that's a lawsuit, probably. So, they come really close to jumping at you and they stop, right? What we just heard was the audio equivalent of one of those walk-through haunted house jump scares, but they touched you. If they touched you, that's what we just heard. Because if you're mixing something like that, I'll tell you what, I'll go back. Hopefully this wasn't as bad for you guys as it was for me wearing these headphones. Holy shit.
possibilities, a universe of myth, a universe.
Nah, man, nah. Look, you got to put a limiter, a limiter on your audio like that. The dynamic range is too high. Now I can't trust this video, but let's get through it.
Of unreality. You're entering
That's actually what it was. Fuck. I mean, are you trying to hurt people's ears? This is horrible. I mean, it's a shame because it's like 19 seconds, 18 seconds. It's a shame because the very beginning, this voice, listen to this voice again.
It's just us.
You enter an institution beyond the realm of imagination.
That's brilliant. I mean, whoever EQ'd that, whoever recorded that, amazing. And then you get over here and you can't. God, man. It's like someone cracked an egg on your ear. Let's try to get through this together. Thank y'all.
Legends attacking the normal.
You fucking did it again. I can't do it. Sorry. That's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Don't do that to people. We already saw that. Okay, let's leave that. Okay. It was cool, but the manipulate the girls and indoctrinate the boys is just weird. It's just weird. Oh, hey, that's Forlorn Foundry. That's my man right there. That's my boy. All right, one more.
Soon to SCP Sideshow.
If you need me for the next hour, no you don't. I think that we'll just go ahead and let the movie that I chose to bring in play, and
Okay, so this is a Forlorn Foundry and Sideshow combo. They're doing Red Reality, which is 3001. And it's really hard to see, but this says substitute teacher Dr. Jack Bright speaking. And this is something that I would really like to call attention to. We all like to separate the character from, the author behind it, but maybe there's somebody else you could plug and play that has the same amount of automatic appeal to an audience that is completely ignorant of why it is that peddling this guy's name, even in character, is not a good idea.
I'm just gonna step away for a bit. Have fun. Tell the people you love that you love them, I guess. Alright, bye.
Was Jack Bright in 3001? I don't think he was. Oh, good. It's the same song. It's the same Arca song, which is fine. I'm just saying it's the same thing. because this is really fucked up. So those of you who may be as old as I am, I may be dating myself here, but there was this thing called Bonsai Buddy. Bonsai Buddy. And it was like this text-to-speech thing that was real primitive. I mean, it was like, here's like this purple gorilla, and he could, here it is. Look, somebody turned it into a damn Pokemon card. But this was it. I talk, I email, I browse. Wow. I laugh, I tell facts. Thanks. I schedule. Yeah. Hey. My success? Well, I wouldn't be at the meetings that make me successful without Bonsai Buddy. I download, so that's a little creepy. I mean, just, with the assumption that there might be some, I hope there's no volition there. I sing, and so that's where we are. So this is the song that the Bonsai Buddy sang, and it's really his voice. So I don't know whose voice that is, but it's the same Bonsai voice. They've distorted it well here. It sounds extra creepy. Of course, you got this like pre-rock and roll 1920s, 1930s orchestration and song structure going on here. The melody is just like pasty white. It's like pre-nuclear family white people. I mean, who am I to talk? But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's creepy too, I think. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. It's a good song. So, the Forlorn Foundry actually did a Red Reality video. I wonder if this is just basically that. And it's like, it's like a feature length. Yeah, it's like an hour. So I guess they're just kind of recycling some of this. I can't imagine something new. Okay, well, I guess that's probably enough. Oh, this is hilarious. So this is Corgo, who, is an artist in the space, who does some, hey, you gotta make sure you're an adult to see some of that. But this is hilarious. Somebody drew the SCP family holding up Corgo, and it's like Tanhoney, and there's Cactus, and there's the Sherm, and there's Grigori Karpin. Look at all these fun people. It's funny though, because I don't see the one person who donated the most here. Why didn't they draw that person? Who knows? All right, one more. This has 1,400 views, so this might be really good. Let's see.
Well, hey there, you cute cadets. It's me, Agent Jackrabbit. Well, would you look at that? We've got a TV show. That is to say, we are currently on TV, but the TV show is still a work in progress. So what's going on? What is the SCP Sideshow? I'm glad you asked. The goal of the SCP Sideshow is to essentially become an extension of the SCP Wiki. Now, we're not officially affiliated with them, so what do I mean by that? It's a collaboration invitation. We're working together to build a team of SCP authors, illustrators, voice actors, content creators, video game developers, podcasters, TikTokers, and anyone who loves SCP and wants to see it grow. We've been given an opportunity to showcase SCP content on a non-profit TV channel called Otherworlds TV. It's available on Roku, and they have over 500,000 monthly unique viewers. Our current time slot airs every Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I know, it's not necessarily prime time, but we'll get there. We're currently averaging between 10,000 and 15,000 viewers. We're currently showcasing YouTube compilations, podcasts, artwork, and SCP films that we've been given permission to use. We're not making a dime, and Otherworlds TV isn't making a dime. We're citing back to our sources and boosting all their socials. Joining the SCP Sideshow is essentially receiving 10,000 to 15,000 free eyeballs every week. Now, eventually we do plan on launching a Patreon and producing original content with all of our team members. Still, the show itself will remain unmonetized. That means whether you want to create original content with us or just boost your previous work, Sideshow is your stage, and we will share your Patreon in any other way that you choose to make money. We will eventually be sharing our original SCP Sideshow content on YouTube. That was one of the tier rewards for SCP for Corgo, and I'm very excited for you guys to see what we have in store. If you have any additional questions or you want to get involved, message us here. I'll catch you later, you cute cadets.
$1,000. says they don't send us the YouTube content that we qualify for our donation. That's okay. They're scared. They're scared. So this is an interesting video. First of all, you must be 18 or older to join. So I'm assuming that's like the cadre of actual creators. I don't think that's like a viewership thing. Yeah, and then a couple of things stood out to me in watching this promotional trailer, which is that Jackrabbit, who we already talked about, and who really got her start doing cosplay images on the Twitter, and doing really sort of like gratuitously cult of brand worship stuff, to kind of get the favor of like big name people in the sphere. At least that was my reading of her of her entrance basically into the community. And so she's doing a lot of cosplay. How can I say this? Anyway, I guess I'll just say that she's doing a lot of cosplay. So once again, I've already gotten a kind of a weird vibe with the. I'm guessing this folds into the story, the manipulate the girls and indoctrinate the boys thing. But it gets even a little weirder because I don't know if you heard this, but I think it's Jackrabbit who's talking, said, "Hey, you cute cadets," twice. It's just so low hanging, like it's kind of low hanging, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little cheap. And a little weird, I'm not going to lie. There's something about this that's just really odd. Now, I did, like I said, get on the channel, the Roku channel that this is on, and I watched like a bit. It's like movies, and those movies are the ones that Mystery Science Theater 3000 never got around to, overlaying. That's the kind of movie that's on there. Really weird old cartoons. It's got a nice vibe to it. I wouldn't say the stuff on there is like, I wouldn't say it's good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that something can't be good on there. So maybe this will be.
Illustrators, voice actors, content creators, video game developers.
Yeah.
Airs every Sunday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Podcasts, artwork, and SCP films giving 10,000 to 50.
A lot of like vaudeville stuff going on here. Okay. And then we'll just wrap it out tonight. We've been here for almost an hour. So I wanted to kind of bring this up and just kind of expand a little beyond just like SCP stuff. For once, and that is this Kane Pixels guy. And just by the way, if you search that, I don't know when this was put up, but this guy is a 16-year-old director and video effects artist. And this dude has blown the fuck up. Rest in peace, headphone users. 1.23 million subscribers. Obviously, that's incredible. But look at these videos. 26 million for this initial Backrooms. 6.3 million, 7 million, 8 million, 5 million. Crazy shit. And if you notice, this is kind of funny. If you notice, there's like, this guy's been at this for 4 years. There's a 4 years ago, which was obviously some stupid kid video that's 30 seconds. And then 2 years ago, there's a more, effortful approach. And then about a year ago, we get a little more consistency. And you can see that the Backrooms, which is really the bread and butter of the traffic coming to this channel, is really not what he's done a majority of the time. Very, very obviously, this is what has worked the best. And so we're now fine-tuning the effort to what is going to work best. That's just business 101. It happens with writing articles on the SCP. It's just 101 everything. That's just what you do. But you can see that this guy really cut his teeth on short independent projects, Town USA, Recreational Time, but Attack on Titan. Looks like basically what he was doing a lot of. So just goes to show you that you try again, you're not afraid to shake it up. And, persistence is rewarded. So we're not going to watch these because they're a little long. But I do want to watch one. So let's take the shortest one. I think we've all seen the back rooms. By the way, I mean, how the hell did they get this? I mean, I suppose this is all computer generated, but I really don't know. This looks really fucked up, this autopsy report. But let's do this prototype film. 3 weeks ago, 2 million views.
Give your morning something to
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Taco Bell's
Fuck.
new $5 Bell breakfast box.
It's too late to go to Taco Bell. That doesn't make sense. This must be stock footage. It has to be. It has to be stock footage. I mean, they nail the early 80s, like, aesthetic. It's not hard, I guess, to do, but I mean, they just nail it. Look, this is like some 1950s sci-fi movie shit here. This guy's doing nothing spinning. Guaranteed. Wow. That was the noise of a buzzsaw, for those of you who don't do any carpentry. Smoke is a nice detail. The whole thing has been zooming out this whole time. Interesting cinematic decision. That was too short. Let's do one more. Nicholas Boltalk. Nicholas Boltalk. And then there's actually a phone number on here. So what we're going to do live is call it. Why not? I had this crazy idea for a SCP when I was there, where I would buy a burner phone and like embed the idea of a phone number into the article, like not shy, and then customize the voicemail. I'd never answer it, obviously, but just customize the voicemail to where every time it called, like it had something to do with the characters. All right, so I need to learn how to call. Okay, here we go. Y'all should be able to hear the phone call when I call this, by the way. So it is 707. Who wants to bet, by the way, that we actually get something? Who wants to bet? 30. God, I hope I'm reading this number right. Okay, so I see 707-340-30. It's either a 5 or a 6. I put 6.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Lack of lepers. Y'all should be able to hear this. Maybe not, though. It's ringing. Yeah, y'all can hear this. Bolton. That's not Boltox.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
Okay.
Please leave a message after the tone.
No, I just want to back out. Okay. So nobody answered the phone number. Oh, wow. Oh, shit, there's several phone numbers. Fuck me. Can you imagine feeling so lost back when missing reward posters and notifications had to be printed and like posted on like telephone poles. Oh, look, it's the M2 money supply of the United States after COVID. I'll say the wow, what a frame to pause on. The soundtrack is incredible. You got orchestral instruments doing sort of modern day post-tonal stuff here, so nice. It looks so convincing. It's just so messed up.
Stop. Hold it.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. I've never seen this like that. It may just be part of the environment. But it makes no sense. Why would they do identical for you? This makes no sense. This wasn't in the last report? No, this is definitely new.
Man, that is creepy as fuck. Please don't be a jump scare.
Organic. Be some kind of fungus?
Okay, well that was it. All right, so those are interesting. Good stuff. I wish we'll probably get into like some actual limfic stuff. This doesn't really count as limfic, obviously, just because it shares a name with the most prominent example. But anyways, so this has been Lack of Lepers. Thank you all very much for joining me. Happy to be back on the weekday nights. And just in case you're curious, we do this every weekday night at 7:30. That is PM, of course, and it is Central Standard Time. Tomorrow we'll be back. If you have any recommendations for what we should watch, you want to see something go down, just send us an email. I suppose you can comment me or something on the Twitch. I really don't understand how it works because I'm a Luddite. But you can always email us. You can always do that. admin@conficmagazine.com. admin@conficmagazine.com. You all have a fantastic night. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.